As much as we'd like to think that our colleagues and clients judge us on our competency and knowledge, it's just not the case. So what do people judge us on first? Warmth. Warmth is often the first trait that people perceive about us, and on the basis of that initial reading, whether we like it or not, people decide whether our intentions are positive or negative. In fact, warmth is considered more important and more influential than competence, our ability to do the job. And while the people with whom we work may forgive us for mistakes like providing the wrong deck for a client pitch or making a calculation error, studies show that a single instance of negative warmth behavior is likely to irredeemably categorize the perpetrator as a cold person. Yikes. So what does that mean? It means that your account executive who gets things done but has a brusque tone with clients over Zoom is costing your company credibility. It means that the finance lead who is brilliant at the money aspects of their job but is described as having an edge that makes colleagues avoid bringing up hard topics with them is putting you at risk. It means the salesperson whose numbers are great but who freezes out junior staff who call them for advice is blocking your talent pipeline. Here are 4 things you can do to bring more warmth to your interactions. 1, smile. Smiling has positive visual, audible, and behavioral impacts. When your colleagues see you smile, they're likely to interpret it as friendliness, happiness, or agreeableness. But they can also hear you smile. According to researcher Ursula Hess, smiles sound bright because of how they change the shape of our mouth, which impacts our voice. But wait, there's more. Because of behavioral social mimicry or mirroring, your colleagues are likely to copy your smile. And when we mirror one another, we feel more positively about the interaction and about us. 2, increase the number of casual conversations you have. This could be as simple as IMing a coworker to say, hey, any new recipes to share? I'm getting bored of what I'm making for dinner. Or picking up the phone and saying, I was just watching the news and it made me sad. Just want to see how you're feeling. And of course, being warm also means being understanding and generous if this isn't a good time for the other person to talk. 3, avoid sarcasm. Sarcasm is a mismatch between vocal, verbal, and visual messages. And especially in a virtual environment, that can be very tricky. An unwanted side effect of the subtle and sometimes not so subtle aggression embedded in sarcastic wit is feelings of distance, hurt, and even anger. Research shows that sarcasm can come across as rude, flippant, and offensive. Not a great way to endear oneself to colleagues. Save the sarcasm for in-person interactions, if at all, but instead replace it with genuine humor. Laughter is contagious and releases both endorphins and dopamine, creating feelings of pleasure and even euphoria. 4, share your own challenges with your colleagues. Professionals are often torn between demonstrating credibility or vulnerability, but if your goal is to be warm, lean into vulnerability. By speaking openly about what you're wrestling with, that maybe working from home is harder than you ever thought it would be, or you're worried about potential layoffs, that you live with somebody who isn't feeling well, whatever it is, you're more likely to engender connection, trust, and empathy. By demonstrating warmth, you're likely to help create a connection that's both meaningful personally and professionally.